This book, Holes, is very relatable to many children, especially, I would say, like the teenage years, just because they are going through changes in their lives, trying to figure out who they are, and some do get in trouble and don't follow the rules and have to pay for the consequences for that. In the book, the boys are digging holes to build character, according to the warden, but in reality, they're looking for the treasure that she wants them to find. But I think that it shows a good storyline to it, as far as, you know, some of the kids do come out of there learning more about themselves, or they've had too much time on their hands to change the way they act and change the way they are, only because they want to go home and, you know, live a normal life. In the book, the teenage boys are friends with each other. They create nicknames for each other. You know, that's something that happens in real life. So I think that a lot of younger teens can kind of relate it to themselves and laugh about it, or, you know, just get really engaged in the book because it could remind them of themselves. Two of the arguments that are brought out, I would say that the characteristics of Holes do share some characteristics with fairy tales and folk tales and legends, only because all the misfortune that Stanley's family had to go through, they always blamed it on his no good, dirty, rotten, pig-stealing great-great-grandfather. So that was something that anytime something happened in their family, they just, you know, wrote it off and blamed it on the grandpa. And another thing that is like, you know, like a legend type deal was the Kate Barlow. She was an outlaw that, you know, she was seen kissing a colored person, and it, you know, they had killed him, but she took off and she was robbing everybody, and, you know, everything, like, there was no rain, and that's how Camp Green Lake basically just disappeared. There was like a curse, and there was no rain, and all the lizards were in all the holes, and the rattlesnakes, and the warden made that place, the Camp Green Lake, only for her own motives to find the treasure, but had created the camp for troubled boys to come to. So I think, you know, the fate and the fortune thing kind of plays off of each other pretty much throughout the book. So that's how it can be, you know, related to that. And then with the coming of age for Stanley, I do agree with it kind of in a way, just because it does show the manly, you know, characteristics that the boys do go through, you know, the being defiant to the authorities, and, you know, trying to be in control, or trying to, you know, overpower others. That's just something that, you know, younger boys do. They want to show that they're a man. So, you know, this book really does kind of play off of that pretty much the whole time. So yeah, I would say that, you know, this is a very good stereotypical version of, you know, how boys grow up.